All right, I think we're live. Yes, I think we're live. Hold hold on. I think we're live, y'all. Yes, we're live. Okay, let me just make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on a second. Hold on, y'all. All right, I think we're live. I think we're live. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay. All right. What's up, y'all? It's your boy. It's tais.worldtv. Ooh, sorry about that, y'all. We are back in the building. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good Saturday out here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, is that me lagging? Am I lagging? Hold on. Hold on. Am I lagging? Uh-oh. I'm lagging. Am I lagging? I don't think. Uh-oh. Okay. I am lagging for whatever reason. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we're back. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on. All right, whatever. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good one. Yo, we can talk about this chapter, y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, help your brother out, all that good jazz. Um, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was asking a question, right? Do you guys want me to do the live streams at this time, or do you prefer it in the morning? Let me know in the comments, okay? Like, I want y'all to comment, man. Come through. Comment. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm doing this content for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for y'all. So I want to make sure that you guys are good. So I want to make sure that I interact with you guys as well. So let me know what time is better for y'all. So if it's 10 a.m., let me know. If it's this time, let me know. Because I've been playing with the times a little bit. So let me know. So getting that out the way. Okay. So chapter 112. A lot of things happened in this chapter. Okay. A lot of things happened in this chapter. If you want to look at my reaction, definitely watch the live stream that I did yesterday. Definitely do that, y'all. So listen, on today we gonna be talking about chapter 112, the new chapter that came out. And I'm trying to figure out if I should do it. I'm trying to figure out if I should do it like in order, or should I do it like, most important. I'm probably gonna do the most important stuff. I'm probably gonna talk about that. I'm probably gonna do that. So guys, okay. Let's talk about one of the big things. Okay, let's talk about that, right? Um the lab. So we finally see Vegapunk. And we see the brain of Punk Records. We see that finally. And I am not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna say I wasn't scared when I saw the actual brain. I would say it freaked me out. It really freaked me out. Just the way that it looked. Ugh, excuse me, guys. Just the way that it looks. Just well, first of all, just how big this dude's brain is. Like Vegapunk's brain was so massive, no diddy, so massive that he had to separate from it, right, and put it somewhere, but we didn't know where it was. This is where it is, and it's hooked up to like a bunch of machines. Like this is very well drawn out. I got to give it to Oda. Oda be cooking when it comes to these designs, man, because it's all it looks like some Akira type stuff. Uh, like his whole brain is in like a vatted machine with all of these like tubes and stuff in it. Like it's crazy. Uh, and then you got Mars just looking at all about this, and he's like, "Yo, like, dude, like, what is up with you, bro? Like, is your consciousness even here?" And then I think that question got answered because we see that Vegapunk does have a conscience. However, he is a scientist. And I'm gonna get more into that in a little bit. With Vegapunk's character. Um, he's a scientist. Good and evil don't really matter to him to a certain degree. I to a certain degree, I'm saying, because he's done some evil things. He's made weapons, and we're gonna get into that right now because Vegapunk has his message has started. And I want to go back a little bit too. Mars destroyed the high D, I forgot what was it, transponder snail, but it turned out to be a regular transponder snail. So he does it so they don't know where this is being broadcast. So they can't stop it at all. So this is happening. It's happening. And the Gorosei are not happy about it. You know what I'm saying? And then we get places from all over the world, right? We see we go to Serra Village, right? And then we go to Miss Kaya. It's cool to see her again and the three kids. Felt like that was super cool because we haven't seen Kaya in a very long time. Not counting the live action One Piece, but we haven't seen her like manga wise. We haven't seen her in a very long time. And in Egghead, we've been getting a lot of going around the world, around the world and seeing how everybody else is doing. So we've been getting that a lot in this arc, and but I'm glad we saw Kaya. Now, the biggest one for me is Laboon and the Doctor. That's the biggest one for me. Laboon is alive and well. He's chilling. He want to see what's going on. He's trying to figure out what this secret is. It's dope. It's cool, and it's great to see Laboon again. I love Laboon, bro. I love him. And then we go to other islands, such as Baltimore, which is Vegapunk's hometown. And I actually had forgotten about this, where I'm about to say Soki King for some reason. Sorry about that. I'm still rewatching One Piece and I'm on Nini's Lobby, so that's probably why. So Frankie had came here during his during the 2 year time skip. So that's why we see this too. And they also said the nightmare of Baltimore. I don't know what happened, but it had to do something with Frankie. That's what I'm curious about. What happened during that time? I hope we get like something about that. But then we also go to the Birdie Kingdom where Chopper was at. During during his 2 year time skip. During the 2 year time skip. And you got this tribe, they're talking, and you have, I guess, the king that says that, hey, listen, Vegapunk is the king of modern science. However, he's been used to make many weapons. And he has. And then we go to Hachinosu, and they're not even listening. They just having a good time. And then we go to other places in the world. And then we get the message. We get the message. Um, and I want to talk about this really quick too. Vegapunk's message, I feel like we're gonna get to the end, but I want to talk about the middle. I want to talk about that part. Vegapunk, I'm not gonna say I like Vegapunk, and I'm not gonna say I hate Vegapunk, because Vegapunk is neither good, and he said this too. He's neither good nor bad. He is someone that is a scientist that loves discovery, that loves making new things, things of that nature. He even talks about right and wrong. He's like, listen, I am not the authority to talk about what right and wrong are. I have many sins. And he's like, yo, and I like that. I like that he's taking responsibility for his actions. He's like, yo, I've done a lot of things that's messed up for the pursuit of science. I'm not even going to hold you. I joined the army. I joined the Navy or I joined the government. I did what I did to Kuma. You know what I'm saying? I made Kuma what he is. There's a lot of things that he's done. And hold on, let me go to the page real quick. Let me go to the page where he actually says this. Because this is more important too. Hold on. Right, I do not intend to discuss right and wrong here. I am not qualified to judge such things. And I do know, and I do not know nearly enough about him in that case. So this is why I wanted to stop at with Vegapunk. And you see Saturn get very upset when he says this. So I think we're gonna get an emu reveal. Me and Buggy has been saying this for a long time, but I really feel like this is what we're gonna get now. I feel like we're gonna get a Vegapunk reveal. That's what I feel like we're gonna get. Especially when he says, "I do not know enough about him." So he knows. So I think he knows about emu, but then at the same time, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he knows about emu, but he doesn't know everything about emu. I don't think he's even seen emu like that, but he knows he's out there. And I think that, and I guess, and again, he's saying him. So when I said in my reaction, I was saying that possibly that emu could be a man. That's what I had got from that. Now I could be wrong. I do not know. Okay. I want to. All right. So let me take out Vegapunk because we're gonna get back to him when we get to the main part. I do want to talk about everything else before I really get to the meat and potatoes of what of the review. So let me tell y'all something. I want to talk about real quick Sanji. So Sanji is a very interesting character. I have like a love-hate relationship with Sanji. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like there are times where he does some epic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when he fought Queen, when he got his exoskeleton and fought Queen and whooped his butt. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. At the same time, there are things that get on my nerves with him. Like the whole chivalry thing. I get it, but it's like, bro. And you know what's crazy? I just passed this fight with Khalifa in Eni's lobby. And he could have easily destroyed Khalifa had he not had this I don't hit women thing. Hey, listen, if some this has happened twice. Black Maria, he's done this with too. And then he got beat the crap out of because he want to stick to his morals. I'm like, listen, I get you, bro. I get it, but it's like, bro, come on, bro. Your life is on the line. Even Nami has said this too. Like, bro, you gotta chill out with that. Your life is on the line. You gotta do what you gotta do. And even outside of that, as a reader, I kind of get annoyed with that. So I hope Oda stops putting him with fighting like women because I don't want that. But the only reason I say this is because of this. Sanji does something very epic to me. He's done it twice. The first thing he's done was block Kizaru's attack, right? And then the second thing he did which was fire to me. He hears Bonnie crying. He's like, "Nah, son. You know, homie got to beat his." He's working on simp powers right now. You know what I'm saying? So he which I didn't even expect the confrontation with not New Jiro. I thought it would be Zoro, but Sanji with Vegapunk's body jumps on Nusojiro's or Venus's sword and clocks him with a kick. And it hurt so much that it had Nusajiro start bleeding, which is crazy because I didn't expect him to do that to a girl member, which is crazy. And then he says, "Yo, we're not gonna cut you slack just because you see now. This is a prize. This is a pirate fight, bro. Like you not what you're not gonna do is disrespect us, right?" And then he immediately, and this is not his fault. This is not his fault. Sanji immediately gets chewed up by Nusajiro like a Snickers bar. And It's crazy. But Nusajiro goes full, his head actually becomes the horse and he chews up uh Sanji. I hope he's okay. I don't see any blood right now. So I think he's gonna be okay. And then he has the exoskeleton, which we've seen him heal from injuries. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be all right. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. And then Emu and Kashi try to hold Nusajiro down. You know what I'm saying? And then Sanji, he spits Sanji out. So hopefully he's okay. I think he's okay, but hopefully he's okay. Now this is the wild thing for me. So Bonnie does the distorted future and she says, give me a giant-ish future. So she becomes a whole giant and is about to step on Nusajiro. So let me say this real quick, bro. Bonnie's fruit is so OP, bro. And the only reason she's able to do this is because she saw Luffy, right? Because Luffy is Nika. So she saw that and she was able to do the same thing, which is crazy. So Bonnie can essentially become a giant too. She can really do a lot of gear 3 attacks, which is crazy. Um However, I don't think she's gonna be with the Straw Hats, y'all. It's either she's gonna be with the Straw Hats or she's gonna go to the Revolutionary Army. And I kind of feel like she needs to go to the Revolutionary Army. I feel like that's what she needs to do because the Straw Hats are already strong enough as it is. But now I feel like nah, you gotta she's gonna go to the Revolutionary Army because they need this. They need this kind of power. And the power of Pacificus. The power to and that's the thing about Bonnie too, y'all. Like, yo, she is so OP right now. It's insane. Not only can she do distorted future, right? Not only can she do that, but she hold on, guys, give me 1 second. Oh, okay, never mind. I saw. Okay. I'm just making sure the stream is okay because we were lagging a little bit. Just hoping everything's all right. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so let me take out Vegapunk. Okay, we're good. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, so about Bonnie, the distorted future is like crazy. And she's like super OP at this point. Not only can she use distorted future, but she could also control the Pacificas. It's crazy. You even had Nusajiro like, nah, bro, I'm not letting you dismantle our military force because once the Pacificas are out, their military force is going to be garbage after that. And that's the thing. And that's my question now that I'm thinking. What's going to happen? Hmm. What's going to happen when all the Pacificas are going? Because the only thing they're going to have is the Seraphims. Because we don't know if Bonnie can control the Seraphim. Possibly the Kuma one, possibly. Well, we don't know if she can control the others. We don't know that. Hmm. That's a good question. So if after the end of this arc, if Bonnie leaves, right? If Bonnie leaves, then what's gonna happen after that? Because any place she goes and there's a Pacifica, she's gonna take control over it. So that's the problem. And then Vegapunk is gonna be gone too. So I think after this, their military might gonna be cut in half. And also, I want to talk about the Gorosei real quick. So the Gorosei parts in this chapter are very important. Particularly with Robin. So Robin looks at Saturn for the first time, and she pieces it together that this is the Gorosei. This is the Gorosei out here. Because she remembers his voice, Saturn's voice from O'Hara. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And then we finally see Robin and Saturn meet for the first time. He says, "You must be Nico Robin." The woman Kainu let slip through his fingers. That impotent fool. So we see that he don't so we see that Saturn does not like a Kainu. I don't know nobody that likes a Kainu, honestly, except for Green Bull. He's like a fan of that dude. I don't know why, but whatever. And this panel was very cool for me. Everybody goes and protects Robin. And now that I'm looking at this panel, I didn't even notice this. You got Chopper using the ballpoint to block Saturn's attack. That's crazy. And then you got Zeus popping out to block one of the other attacks. Oh wait, wait. This. You got Brooke slicing one of Saturn's legs. Clean cut. Using his ice power. That's crazy. And then it goes back to uh Nami saying, "Yo, protect Robin," and everybody just protects her. Everybody blocks an attack from Saturn. This is crazy. And then you got Usopp, firing back too. This is crazy. This was a cool part. This was a cool part. This was definitely a cool part. Okay, so I think so this is a conversation that I wanted to talk about too, because I actually was talking about Buggy about this before this chapter came. Now you have a conversation between the Gorosei. You have it between Top Man, Saturn, and Mars. Mars says perhaps we should consider destroying the power station to stop this. That is out of the question. Nearby marine ships and equipment aren't the only thing we stand to lose in this blast. We would be also sacrificing our only means of replicating success with the mother flame. Okay. I want to focus on that part for a reason. So when I talked to Buggy, I was thinking actually I was watching a Roger Base stream and they gave me the idea. So shout out to y'all and Roger Base too. And I was thinking maybe the Gurusei meet their end on this island. And how they do it is someone, maybe Stussy, after she takes off after she puts down the shield, she destroys the island along with the Gorosei in it, and then destroy everything. So I feel like the Gorosei will meet their end here, and that's one of the big things that will happen on this day. Because remember, we got like a future newspaper reading saying that I forgot exactly what it said, but it said this is going to be one of the most important things to happen in today, in One Piece today. So I'm thinking one of the things is someone, maybe Stussy, destroys the actual punk records and actually wipes out the Gorosei with them. And the only reason I'm saying this is because maybe this is the only way to get rid of these so-called powerful people because they're so powerful. I mean, look, last chapter, Luffy sat here, and I think that was the purpose of that chapter too, was to show how overwhelmingly strong these Gorosei members are. They're like Luffy did a Red Rock in Gear 3, full haki, and on top of Top Man's head. Didn't do nothing. Dude actually hurt his hand. So I was thinking it was either going to be a time skip. It's either going to be a time skip or, or. Now I'm thinking they're going to escape. They're going to be in this blast with Punk Records. That this would be the only way to get rid of them. And I think They might be clones. And nobody's really talked about that part. They might actually be clones. So if they're wiped away, they could just make a new batch of the Gurusei, and they'll be the younger ones, and the Straw Hats will have more of a chance against the Gurusei, against this new Gurusei than the old Gurusei. So that's what I'm thinking. Um, and of course, the Mother Flame will not be replicated anymore. That's another thing. So that takes that out as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's get to the big announcement. Vegapunk says the world is going to sink into the ocean. That's it. And when I did, and it raised so many questions. Like it raises so many questions to me, and like everybody else too. But it also raises certain questions to me too. Now, when Vegapunk says this, I automatically thought about the fisherman. I automatically thought they were gonna have a revolt. That they were gonna kind of be the villains, maybe going forward in One Piece somehow, some way. Because remember, all of the fishermen are treated like second class citizens, man. They were treated very badly. Fishermen are treated very badly. Um, top side. So this would be this would man. I didn't write anything down because like I just kept thinking about things over and over, and I'm like, are the fishermen are gonna make their comeback? Is this their big comeback right here? Because if everything gets submerged, then what? Are the fishermen gonna go and attack the government? Are they going to launch a war with the government as well? So maybe when we get to the final war, I never even imagined fishermen's being a part of this war too. But this might be the case. It might be the case. And it's crazy and I say this too is because after he says this, we see like we see mermaids. You know what I'm saying? So and the words say a confession and a shocking prediction. You know what I'm saying? So the message isn't done, but it brings up so many questions. You know what I mean? Because remember, old Wano is submerged as well. And the way Wano is shaped up, it's like I'm sorry, the reason why Wano is shaped the way it's shaped is because the old Wano was submerged. And I feel like a lot of things were submerged, and maybe that's what happened during the 800 years. Maybe everything just got wiped away. Maybe something happened. Maybe the government did something. Maybe Emu did something to where everything is submerged from the previous years. Maybe throughout the 800 years. Maybe something got wiped out, and then now we have what we have, and then now this world's about to get wiped out. So, and if that's the case, how did they rebuild everything from old past? How did they do that? There's a lot of things we still don't know. And that's the thing. What's up, Bugs, man? How you doing? In that Brago video, they mentioned the fishermen being humans who use science to become fishermen because they knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, I watched that stream, man. I that gosh, that could be possible too. That could definitely be possible. But who was smart enough to do that? That's another question. Who was smart enough to do this? Who? Who was smart enough to do this? You know what I mean? Like, it's so much, man. And oh, also in the Brago stream. Thank you for reminding me, Buggy. Also in the Brago stream, something came up also actually. Um, they also said something about maybe the old city was actually Atlantis or something like that. I don't know about that. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's very possible that it can be named Atlantis. That could be definitely be possible. Ancient Kingdom science, which is true, which is true. But who was the one? Because this is the thing. We know that there was a kingdom that all the other kingdoms gathered together and fought against. We know that. But who was the leader? Who was actually in that sorry, how do I say this? Who was actually fighting? Like who was that actual kingdom? You know what I'm saying? And who was actually smart enough to make all of these things, to make all these ancient kingdom machines work? Because even Vegapunk said it, and it just reminded me when I watched the anime. Vegapunk even said this is technology from way back in the day, generations ago. And it just raises so many questions, yo. Like, it raises so many questions, yo. And the Gurus say no. The Gurus, and I feel like the Gurus say no a lot more than they're letting on because they're getting very upset. They're like, yo, because there's a point where I think it's York. Was it York that said it? I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go back. Let me see. No, it was Mars that said it because he's saying to the girl, say like, "Yo, um, we don't know what Vegapunk's intentions are specifically, but we do know that he's trying to finish what O'Hara started. He had the will of fire from O'Hara, so this is to expose all the secrets. And again, we don't know what he knows. And my question is, will we get finally find out what that ancient kingdom is that O'Hara was researching? I feel like we're definitely gonna get that. And I feel like the ancient kingdom has something to do uh with the water situation happening. Actually, I think that was what they were saying in Braga Stream. I think they were saying that ancient kingdom that I'm talking about, that Horror was researching, that was Atlantis. I believe that's what they were saying. Also, the whole playing playing. Also, the whole paying tribute topic in the stream was interesting. Nah, yeah, man, that was dope. That was dope. That was dope. Like that whole stream was interesting because it really brought up a lot of questions that I had too. Namingly with this Atlantis thing. Like it is crazy to think if the original humans were like humans and then they were turned into mermaids because of this. Like that's or maybe gene spliced in a way. Like that's possible too. Kind of like have y'all ever seen Batman Beyond? If y'all seen Batman Beyond, um they had what's called splicing. So what they would do is, and it was kind of like a street thing, like a street drug type of thing, where they could change your DNA to make you like a cheetah or a bull, to make you look like that, make you look and act like that animal. Kind of like a pre-zoning type thing. So maybe that's what they were doing back in the ancient kingdom. Maybe, I mean, ancient kingdom. Maybe that's what they were doing back in the day. Maybe they spliced their DNA and made them more, like Buggy said, more uh in the mermaids and mermans so that they could uh survive when the water rose up. Because remember, and another thing too is, yo, Pluton's still down there. Pluton is in Wano. It's under the water. That's still there. And then we got Neptune and then Shirahoshi. And this is the thing. Like now, based on that one sentence, now Shirahoshi has become super important again. Now she was always important. Don't get me wrong, but now that whole kingdom is super important. She can still talk to the ancient kings, to the ancient sea kings. She can talk to them. They still around, and it just brings everything back to here, and it's crazy. Oh, also explains the celestial suits. They aren't going to space; they're preparing for the flood, which is yeah, and this is true. They also said that in the stream too, which I didn't even think about. I really didn't think about that. You know what's crazy? I always thought they had the suits because they didn't want to, whenever they went into like the real, to the actual outside world, outside not Marijoa. Yeah, Marijoa. Um they felt like that was being dirty and they didn't want to get like germs and stuff like that. But now it may be just due to them preparing for the flood. This is true. We've seen Eni's lobby. That hole hasn't flooded. That hole hasn't come up yet. The water hasn't come up yet. It hasn't come up yet. Even in Luisha, there's a whole hole there. And when the Luisha attack happened, then you saw a lot of tsunamis and storms, and it was crazy for a little bit. So yeah, man. Oh man, it's yo guys, it's so much to talk about, man. Oh my gosh, it's really just a lot going on right now, and I need to check. Okay, okay. Sorry, y'all. Give me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. I definitely feel like the flooding is going to play a factor for the all blue. Buggy, do you think that Sanji will find? Do you think maybe Sanji? Because remember, his thing is to find the all blue. Do you think everything flooding is the all blue? Maybe everything flooding is the all blue. Hmm. Maybe flooding is the all blue. That's crazy. That's crazy. The flooding is the all blue. That would be insane if that's the case. You know. Also, I did want to bring up too. There was no Luffy in this chapter, which is surprising. I mean, there have been chapters where there's been no Luffy, but I think this is the first in a while where Luffy's not even like seen at all. Like you don't even see him in this chapter at all. Found that to be very interesting because in the end, the red line is going to be destroyed. Do you think we'll see Laboon then, if that's the case? Because if the red line is destroyed, then Laboon can easily just travel to the Straw Hats too. Because we saw Laboon in this chapter. That'd be crazy if that was the case. Like they were saying in the stream about water displacement. Eh, eh. See, my thing is there's so much going on right now, just with everything. Just like where are God's Knights gonna be in this too? Because remember, we're going to Elbaf after this, and we don't know what's gonna happen during Elbaf. We don't know if we're gonna get a time skip or not. I think we're gonna get a time skip. If the girls say are gonna be alive after this, and if I'm wrong about them perishing in this actual arc, I think we're gonna get a time skip. And if that's the case, the time skip may explain, maybe the God's Knights will probably be active off screen. And I can see that happening. Because when we had the time skip, the 2 year time skip, we got a lot of things, a lot of information after the fact. We didn't find out anything for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, even the how Blackbeard the Rocky Port incident. We still don't know a lot about that. We got like maybe a little bit more tidbits about it, but we didn't get the whole story on that. So it might be something else now too. Ooh, I don't know. Red line messes with the whales and the migration patterns. Ooh, that's what I'm saying though. Like, are we gonna see Laboon? I feel like we're gonna see Laboon if that really happens. That's what I feel like it's gonna happen. And that's another thing. When is this gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? That's the question, y'all. When is this gonna happen? I need to know more about this. I need to know more about the news, man, because I need to know more about this, bro. Because we don't know when it's gonna happen. All we know is that the world is gonna flood, but we don't know when it's gonna happen. Excuse me. So that's the question. That's the question. I'm trying to think about anything else I can talk about. Anything else I can bring up? Oh yeah, it was cool seeing Judge and Caesar Clown. Seeing how they took the news about Vegapunk being eradicated. That was funny. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we talked about it before. The time skip so they get stronger because of the guards say. That's what I was saying too, Bugs. But then at the same time, if they get destroyed, the girl say gets destroyed. If let's say Stussy, for example, sacrifices herself and destroys the actual punk records, and the girls say go away, and they're dissipated in the blast. Let's say they're gone. I think this would be the opportunity to have Emu weakened. And because again, we don't know where the Gurusei come from. We don't know. They could be clones for all we know. And something tells me they are clones, but I don't know. But we don't know where they come from. That's the question. We don't know. We don't know where they come from. So maybe they make new clones. And they have a younger Gurusei, or maybe keep them as, older and still retain their memories up to a certain point, somehow, some way. But then again, that would have to, I guess, that would have to be the workings of Vegapunk. That's the thing. This Vegapunk is gone, so I don't even think they can even make clones after this. I definitely feel the flooding is part of the message. I do too. I thought we were gonna get more information on Emu, but based on what Vegapunk said, reading it again in this chapter, I don't think we're gonna get that. Just because he said he didn't know much about him. So I don't think he knows a lot about Emu. But I do think we're gonna find out about that ancient kingdom. I feel like we know what it is, and that's that. And I feel like that's what this whole chapter. I feel like that's what this whole Egghead arc has been leading up to. I think it's been leading up to finally finding out who is what the ancient kingdom is. Because remember, Vegapunk has the will of the Oharas, of Ohara. Um, that's what his whole thing was as well. Oh, we're on break next week? Oh, because they didn't say it in the end. Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Oh, that's actually, you know what? Because I had to do something anyway, for you guys. Okay. All right, don't worry about it. Okay. Um, dang, it's it. We just got on break. We just got off of the break. We just got a 3 month break, bro. How we gonna get another one, man? I know it's Gold Week, but it's like, come on. All right. Whatever. Anyway, you know what's crazy? I feel like this chapter really made it up for last chapter. I didn't hate the last chapter at all. I didn't hate it. But it was very straightforward. It was setting up this chapter, which was great. Which is great. It was great. This chapter kind of just brought everything to full circle to a certain extent. And then we got the final. I mean, sorry, we're starting the actual message now. The world is underwater. The world is going to sink. I mean, we don't know what that means. I'm probably gonna make some videos discussing this too. 'Cause I really want to do more research. I really want to do more research because I got like things cooking up in my head now about it. All right, y'all. So, yo, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. So, like I said, let me know what. Okay, let me know what day and what time is good for us to stream so we could talk to you guys. You know what I mean? Because we want to talk to y'all. So please let us know what day and time is good. You know what I mean? With that said, guys, thank you for coming. For those of you that are watching, thank you for watching. We're gonna get out of here. I love you guys. Deuces. Be safe. Love you. All right, Bugs. I'll see you when I see you. Later, y'all.